white hot Brad Williams has joined us because right in the middle of the Peter Dinklage situation, we talked about it in the news. Brad's now sought after.
You know what?
Media darling.
It just made me realize that there needs to be more famous little people out there because because when one of us has anything that's going on in the news, I'm apparently Dwarf Al Sharpton.
Right.
Where
you are.
Everyone has to come to me and be like, well, what's his take on it? And it's just kind of like, I like it. It's a lot of fun, but at the same time, a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure. And I don't have the Dwarf Al Sharpton hair.
It's also interesting that we've decided as a society that if something happens to an individual, we just find another individual that sort of looks like that person.
Right.
And they could comment on it. Like,
They're an expert.
When I was 12, I looked like Donny Osmond. So if Donny Osmond got into a plane crash, would they come to me for commentary? Like,
Sure.
well, as a white guy who has big teeth and unruly hair, my feelings are like, we do it with black people. It's like when they interview Jussie Smollett, like, who's going to interview him? We have to find a black person.
Joy Reid.
Yeah, like we have to find a black person, a woman, a thing, a dwarf. Like it's a flaw. First off, that's not really journalism.
No.
This fat guy wants to give an interview. We need a heifer. We need a fat guy to.
Louis Anderson passed away.
No pun intended.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, we got to find Ralphie May. Oh, he's already dead. Ah, crap.
John Candy?
All right. Crap. Like, you just have to keep going down.
It's a weird, flawed premise that I've never really signed off on.
But I'm glad Brad is benefiting from it.
I don't mind it.
Yeah.
What I heard he said, I listened to him on the podcast. He was on the Marin podcast when he said the thing that blew up on social media. It was strange because I in a way, I agree with him and I disagree with him at the same time.
This is what he said. Literally, he's talking about West Side Story. Breakout star Rachel Zegler is supposed to play Snow White. She's Latina. It says, literally no offense to anyone, but I was a little taken aback that they were very proud to cast a Latina actress as Snow White, but you're still telling the story of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Take a step back and look at what you're doing there. It makes no sense to me. You're progressive in one way, but then you're still making that fucking backwards story about seven dwarves living in a cave together. What the fuck are you doing, man? Have I done nothing to advance the cause from my soapbox? I guess I'm not loud enough.
I mean, there's the easy joke of, well, we didn't see you on the soapbox, Peter.
It's true.
But it's this weird thing where he's saying, like, oh, it's bad that we're still doing Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, so he doesn't necessarily want that. But as little people actors, it's like, well, we kind of want to work. We kind of want that part. And if that's what's available, then that's what we'd like to do. But at the same time, I get what he's saying. Because, yeah, people are like, well, was it that bad? I go, yeah, because at the time, dwarves really didn't have any representation. So would you say, oh, that my friend's a dwarf, the Rolodex in people's heads goes right to Snow White.
Happy,
and they go
grumpy,
like,
sleepy, dopey, sneezy, bashful doc.
Wow.
Yeah.
all right. That's a hidden
I
talent
don't know.
that I didn't know that you had. Wow.
I'm a fan of the Disney catalog.
I feel like it's that time at the bar where like you see your girlfriend fit her whole fist in her mouth and you just kind of look at her
Wow.
like, when did that come up?
Yeah.
How come you didn't tell me you had this talent?
Honey, that was before us.
Oh, that was before you. Okay.
I'm a little distracted right now at Sassy Cassie. She's a banging body.
Yeah.
Good for her.
She's 2'10".
Yep. World's smallest dancer, 2 foot 10 inches tall. You can do a lot by doing a little. Okay, good.
And she's working her size on that pole.
Yeah.
By the way, you can do a lot by doing a little sounds like a dwarf dating site.